Vermonters dealing with flood remediation are now looking to rebuild.
So what's the timeline, and does Vermont have the workforce? Our Calvin Cutler is live in the studio. Calvin, it's been 3 weeks since the floods. Where are communities in the recovery process now?
Well, most homes and businesses affected by the floods are scrambling to dry out and to get air flowing to avoid mold. And now they're calculating the long road ahead. On any given Friday for the past 46 years, Charlio's, a staple in Montpelier, would be gearing up for the evening crowd. But not this week. Abby, a bartender at Charlio's, has spent the last few weeks ripping out soiled drywall, floorboards, and throwing out decades of memories.
When someone breaks the glass on the wall, we have to take the picture down, but it's pictures of people, right? And so we don't throw those away. We put them in a box for reframing, but that box was on a top shelf in the basement.
Which completely flooded, and the bar upstairs took on 3 feet of water. Most homes and businesses affected by the floods are in the remediation stage.
We all want it just as good as it was pre-wet. It doesn't happen that way. We got to look at budgets, what we can spend, and how we can put it back together.
Richard Wabi with the Associated General Contractors of Vermont says businesses and homeowners need to begin planning and budgeting for the rebuild over the next 6 months and setting expectations about what kind of federal, state, and local aid is on the way.
So you've got a limited number of contractors, you've got a limited workforce, and we're all busting to get to the point that we can secure your facilities for that first snowfall.
He says plumbing, HVAC, and electric contractors are already stretched thin. And with pandemic-era work stoppages, the price tags are higher than past disasters.
What you thought I can build a deck or put in a room for $20,000 in the past, you're now looking at a $40,000 or $50,000 expense.
Wabi says it's easy to get overwhelmed and demoralized with the long road ahead. He adds the key is finding small victories along the way. Back at Charlio's, Abby says it'll be some time before they can welcome the community inside.
To quote the Bottle Rockets, you hope for the best and you mop up the rest, right? So we just sort of take it every day, whatever's in front of us to do.
So like during COVID, they're pivoting and making plans to reopen as soon as next week.
And in the meantime, while we get the building repaired, we're going to open on our veranda and just have bottles and cans outside because people really need us.
Now, Wabi with the Associated Contractors also says that Vermonters should be prepared to spend the next 6 to 9 months to get their buildings back to snuff. Live in studio, Calvin Cutler, Channel 3 News.